Good evening, and welcome to Funding Their Future 2020, sponsored by Thor Bank, Thor Labs, and Provident Bank. I'm Stan Kula, Executive Director of the SCCC Foundation. And even though we're not able to gather in person, we're so excited to connect with everybody and share all the great things that are going on at Sussex County Community College. And now, it's my pleasure to introduce our student co-host for tonight's event, Ileana Woodhull.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ileana Woodhull, and I am the Student Association President of the SGA, as well as the My name is Ileana Woodhull, and I am the Student Government Association President here at Sussex County Community College, as well as a foundation scholarship recipient. Besides those two, I am also a vice president for the PTK, Pi Theta Kappa, that's the High Honor Society. I also attend many clubs around the campus, and also I am a writing coach here at the college's Writing Center. And I wouldn't be able to do those things if it wasn't for donors like you. Tonight, we will hear from several of our students about how SCCC Foundation has impacted their lives, learn about a few of SCCC's programs, and have some fun with prize drawings, and let's not forget about our silent auction. If you would like to learn more about any of our topics, please let us know in the chat. We will also be posting more information there throughout the night, as well as a link to our online donation page. That's the most important one. So you know your donations make a difference in the lives of our students. This semester has been really different for all of us, but we are happy that we are able to gather here virtually and celebrate the SCCC community. It is my honor to introduce to you our president, Dr. John Connolly, to share with us what is happening at Sussex County Community College.
Welcome, everyone. This evening, I am speaking to you from our relatively newly renovated communications laboratory and building. Our communications program has a proud tradition here, and it's sort of taking on a whole new life. It's just one of the things happening at Sussex County Community College that's taking on a whole new life. Our athletics programs have never been more dynamic. As many of you know, we have a football team now. We have not had yet our first season. Our first season was thwarted by the thing that is occupying the most important spaces of our time and place, and that is COVID-19 and the pandemic. We're very pleased to be here tonight. I want to thank all of you for attending this evening. Since I do not have the privilege of being in the same room with you at the moment, I can't point out and laud all of the dignitaries here, but the many members of the foundation who are here, thank you for being here. The members of the Board of Trustees who are here, including Chair Bill Curcio, I know that he is here, and Marianne Fox, I know that she is here. Welcome to you all, and thank you so much for attending. Sussex County Community College, as is the case all over the state for the community college and the four-year institutions, are facing a tremendous challenge with COVID-19. This is no surprise, and this is certainly certainly not anything that has escaped your mind. But how are we doing? How are we faring? I'm pleased to report that we're doing okay. 25% or so of our classes are meeting face-to-face live in one way or another. That's pretty good. Our natural sciences programs are doing that. Our technical occupations programs, welding, automotive, diesel mechanic, are meeting in that way. Our new optics program, they are meeting both in Thor Labs as well as some laboratories taking place on campus that are small and related to just small experiments for these technicians in the optics industry. We have an enormous amount of, as Ileana pointed out, student activity taking place. Just because the vast majority of students are not on campus does not mean we do not have student activities taking place. Just this past week and 2 weeks before, there were 2 coffee talks. Sadly, I was conflicted in my schedule, and I could not attend either one of them and desperately wanted to. fascinating topics about what is happening in America today, what is happening in society today, where students and faculty are brought together by PhD Tony Balzano, who teaches our anthropology classes in our social sciences department, stimulating conversations. This is the very stuff that's supposed to be happening in college environments. So we are alive, despite the fact that the conditions do not necessarily lend themselves to the kinds of things we would like to do. We are clever, and we have found ways around some of the challenges that we've been facing. So I am most pleased to say that we're doing well, but our students continue to need your support. They cannot go to school for free. The free community college, although it helps them, it is what is known as a last dollar scholarship, all right? And so if they do not qualify in a particular way, in a means testing sort of a way, there still need to be funds to make up the gap. So it really is a gap-filling program. We're very pleased to have that in the state. It is a one-of-a-kind program. But we still at Sussex County Community College, as is the case with all of the community colleges around the state, need the continued support so that our students will be able to experience the college, be able to learn the professional and technical skills that will lend to their success in a world that keeps changing. There is no stopping the technological march that just continues to pervade. The difference between an economy that can move forward and stagnates is in fact the technology. And if you do not have a workforce that can keep pace, understand how it works, and apply it in real circumstances, we are going to fall behind. And that's where the jobs are. So welcome to you this evening, participating in something extraordinarily important to the college and our students. And hopefully you'll learn a few things along the way and have a good time. And so I pass this on now back to Stan.
Thank you so much, Dr. Connolly. You know, as a resident of Sussex County for the past 20 years, I've seen from the sidelines how SCCC is leading our community into the future. Since I started here in August, I've had the honor of working with our leadership team to realize the shared vision of the community college as a leader in New Jersey for higher education, to envision the college as a premier provider of 21st century learning opportunities, professional training, and skills development that meet the needs of our community. The SCCC Foundation is ready to achieve this vision. All it takes is for the extended community to mobilize with us and invest in this institution that is so intent on improving lives and building a vibrant community. So, whether tonight is your introduction to the college or if you've been involved for many, many years, may tonight be a step towards an ongoing conversation that leads to a greater commitment. We're prepared to achieve the highest aspirations by focusing our energy and our resources on 4 key areas of need: student success, academic support, faculty and staff support, and innovation. We'll explore each of these areas during tonight's program. First, let's talk about student success. Here at SCCC, more than 70% of our students rely on some sort of financial assistance to afford their education. Before the start of fall semester, the SCCC Foundation awarded $106,000 in scholarships to 100 of our students for an average award of $1,019. This was made possible through charitable donations, through the extended SCCC community, through initiatives such as the 100 Women Project and events like this, Funding Their Future, as well as our many endowed and annual scholarships. Through your continued support for need and merit-based scholarships, we can attract and retain students whose presence enriches their lives and enriches the lives of this campus. So now, Let's hear from two of our students, Colin and Nicole, who were impacted by the scholarship program this year.
Hello everyone, I'm Colin and I had the honor of receiving an SCCC Foundation scholarship this year. I really can't express just how grateful I am that I was given the opportunity to pursue this scholarship. And I would like to thank the SCCC Foundation and their supporters for putting in the hard work to make these opportunities a reality for both myself and the other students of the college. So thank you. With your help, students, such as myself, can focus on pursuing their education rather than worrying about how to pay for it. For example, this year I am a freshman at SCCC and am working towards an associate's in biology. I chose this major because I've always been fascinated with the natural world around us and how we interact with it. Once I've completed my associate's degree here at the community college, I hope to transfer over to Rutgers, New Brunswick, where I would like to pursue a bachelor's degree in marine biology so that I might one day have a career in this field. And thanks to the contributions of the donors that helped fund the scholarship program at SCCC, I'm one step closer to making this a reality. When I had just graduated high school and was getting ready to enter college, I wasn't sure what to expect, especially with the pandemic going on that had cut my senior year in half and has generally made things uncertain even at the best of times. One of my many aspects that concerned me regarding college was how to cover the cost. However, with the help of the community college and the donors to the SCCC Foundation, I was able to alleviate the financial burden of pursuing higher education and put more of my time and effort into learning the skills I will need later on in life. Without the generous contributions of everyone here, things would be much harder and more difficult for many of the students that come to the community college, including myself. So once again, I would like to just say thank you.
My name is Nicole Andretta from Hamburg, New Jersey, and I'm a student here at Sussex County Community College. I'm currently a sophomore with a communications and broadcasting major, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank the donor of my foundation scholarship. This scholarship allowed me to afford my tuition this semester and continue my education in more ways than one. The year of 2020 has been especially hard on everyone due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and just about everyone is struggling financially due to this crisis. During the pandemic, the hours at my job have been cut back significantly during the height of the crisis, and money has been tighter than ever, but being able to get a scholarship has been a tremendous help for me. Because of this scholarship, I was able to buy all the books and supplies I needed for my class without having to pay out of money pocket, which was a huge help in itself. With majoring in communications and broadcasting, I plan to become an entertainment manager. About 2 years ago, I met a girl in New York City who was about 3 years older than me, and we had a conversation about her major. She went to school in New York City, and she told me about how she majored in entertainment management and how she was an intern at Sony Music. She explained to me everything that she studied and all that she hoped to be in the future, and at that moment, I had an eye-opening experience that I wanted to do the same exact thing. Music has always been a huge part of my life, and it is always there for me when I need it the most. With being behind the scenes and being able to be there when the music is being produced sounds like the most amazing experience. Concerts are something that I really enjoy, and it is where I'm my happiest version of myself, and I'm excited to turn that passion into a career. In 2018, I was hoping to attend a four-year university, but due to the cost of the school, I was unable to attend. It broke my heart at the time, but I soon learned that community college was the best financial decision I could have ever made. This spring, I graduate with my associate's degree from SCCC, and then next fall, I plan to attend Montclair State University. Currently, I have a 3.6 GPA, and that has had a really big accomplishment for me. I used to struggle a bit in high school, but after I took a gap year and worked practically full time, I matured a whole lot. I began to understand what it was like to work hard for what I really wanted in my life, and my entire mentality changed. Now, I still work about 30 hours a week, go to school full time, and am a caretaker for my niece and nephew on occasion. I'm thriving, and I've never been more proud of myself in my life. Although COVID-19 has been a game changer for me and many others, going to school during this pandemic has really shown me that you can't take anything for granted, including going to school in person. This scholarship was a blessing for me, and I am so thankful to be receiving it. Thank you for having me tonight. I was very honored to be here on this occasion.
It's always great to hear the stories and how the foundation impacts the lives of our students. As a scholarship recipient myself, I can also share the impact that receiving a scholarship has on the success of our students. These scholarships would not be possible without the generosity of our donors and sponsors. We would like to take a moment to recognize all of our 2020 Funding Their Future sponsors.
We're so grateful to all of our sponsors who are sponsoring our students this year. You can also find a complete list of our supporters and other information in our e-journal. The second area of focus for tonight is academic support. Each year, coursework demands unending variety of necessities for teaching and learning the arts and sciences, our technology, and professional programs. Through your continued support, SCCC can keep equipment and supplies up to date, preparing our students for careers in cutting-edge job markets. This includes goggles, lab coats, and manuals, and other laboratory materials for our science healthcare programs, fabric, software, computers, and other art supplies for our fine art and graphic design students, a virtual law library and other scholarly databases for our paralegal and liberal arts students, gas, lumber, steel, and advanced equipment for our technical programs, equipment and supplies for our Culinary Institute and our Agriculture program. In our next video, you'll get a closer look at these last two programs, Culinary and Agriculture. Last year at Funding Their Future, we were able to enjoy food grown and prepared by the students in these two programs. Tonight, we thought we'd give you a behind-the-scenes look at their farm-to-table collaboration. Enjoy.
So my name is Erin Collins, and I'm supervisor of the Agriculture Business and Horticulture Science here at Sussex County Community College. I think there's a lot of things special about Sussex County Community College. Being that we're a small college, I think we are able to tailor our curriculum to what our students want in our community, and we don't have to necessarily follow a cookie cutter program that you might follow at a larger school. We are able to create experiences for our students, and I feel like that's important, especially right now, to create memories that stick with them. I think as a two-year school, we are fortunate to have a piece of land to consider our outdoor laboratory. I don't think that's common at two-year schools. I know there are a few four-year schools that offer that, but I feel like that's setting us apart. We're also in a great location where we're very close to Newton and close to the college, and that's a big plus for us as well. I feel like over the course of a couple of years I can really get to know my students. I'm really excited to have the opportunity to work with my intern Nicole and Elna. I have two interns this semester, and they both are really excited about their areas that they're working in. Nicole working more in the greenhouse, but I really enjoy working with them. It's a fun relationship.
I originally signed up for Sussex County Community College because it was affordable and I have a full-time job, so I could go to classes at night and the schedule worked. I chose agriculture because I love plants. I am obsessed with plants, and this program seemed like the best option for me. I think the agriculture program here is super important. It's like really an underestimated career. People don't know enough about plants, agriculture, how important it is, how serious you should take it. Everybody should know a little bit of agriculture, I think. I like everything about the greenhouse. I love being in it. It's super fun. You learn something new every day. There's always something to do, for sure. Always something to clean or set up or grow. It's a lot of planting, a lot of cleaning, a lot of setting up, breaking stuff down, and you learn about everything you're growing to, which is good. It really depends on the day, but usually you come in, we'll seed, we'll set up the hydroponics for new sets of plants, whatever we might be growing. If there's like a culinary event coming up, we'll usually set that in advance.
We are collaborating with the culinary department to provide food to them for their curriculum, but maybe for events as well. And we hope to grow that part of our program quite a bit in the future.
I'm very excited to be working with Aaron Collins with the agricultural and horticultural programs of the college. I think it is a perfectly natural symbiotic relationship of people that are growing ingredients with the utmost care and respect. This is something that is very near and dear to my heart. My background in the professional industry was farm to table cooking. Every restaurant that I have been at has either had close affiliations or a farm itself. And that is something that I'm very excited to replicate at the college. I think that is a tremendous learning experience for our students, to see, where ingredients come from, when they're raised properly, and then cared for properly all the way through the cooking process. I think that makes it a whole rounded experience and a lifelong learning experience. The students in the culinary program, most of them come in without a ton of traditional experience or knowledge. And we take them from 0 to 100 in the very first 11 days of class. In that class, they've read 3/4 of the book already. So, there's a sudden influx of knowledge and terminology and technique. At the same time, we're pushing them with their basic techniques. That class is our crucible. And, that's where they learn firsthand what it's really going to take to do this. The amount of dedication and the ability to master things quickly and repetitively. I think they have access to every opportunity that comes with a big college, but having that local community sense and the way that the staff and the faculty of the college are invested in each student really makes it a special experience.
For SCC students that are going to be attending the culinary program, honestly, I would have to say go for it. It is honestly amazing. I have learned and grown so much. So even if it's not your career field, you can still learn a trick or two. The family and the community that it has evolved around it is phenomenal. I know so many people who have been coming here, and it's just a really great community. I'm actually a baker. It's my absolute passion. I want to own my own bakery one day. Working here is absolutely phenomenal. Chef Martin is phenomenal. He knows everything inside and out, and if I have a question, he will answer it right away. And some of the challenges that I face here is that I never enjoy doing like the culinary aspect more say than the baking. And here, when I came here and I started all these classes, I have learned and grown tremendously with Chef Martin's help. All
of my students, without exception, all work full-time on top of going to class, 30 plus hours a week. The need to support them financially is definitely there.
So the foundation has supported our agriculture program here at SCC through donations that have established our facilities and have provided scholarships to our students.
In my first semester here, I did get a scholarship for agriculture, and it helped a lot since I live on my own, I pay for my school on my own. I also go through financial aid and get grants, and all those things help me be able to go to school for sure. The scholarships, the grants, the financial aid, everything is super important to me going to school. It makes it possible.
I would say the foundation has supported our program largely from this donation from for the greenhouse.
I think it's been a great support for our students, both financially and also with the support of the program itself, bringing awareness to our program, not only in the community with financial support, but also getting the message out there to our students that we are here and that SCCC provides this opportunity.
I get excited about the fact that we have a lot of opportunity to develop new projects and get excited with our students.
I tell anybody that wants to go to school that they should go to Sussex first, for sure. They'll work with your schedule, it's affordable, it's fun, and the teachers are pretty hands-on, so that's awesome if you ever have an issue or something. I mean, I love it. I honestly love it here.
Hi, my name is Martin Kester. I'm the program supervisor for the Culinary Institute here at Sussex County Community College. I have a very simple fall dish for you today. This one is based around fall vegetables. Today we're actually going to be featuring a fall vegetable. This is a Jerusalem artichoke, also known as a sunchoke. It is the root of a plant in the sunflower family. This is actually from my garden at home, and we're going to be pairing it with these sunflower sprouts that were grown by our horticultural students in the greenhouse at the college. That's kind of something that we're looking to model with the culinary program, partnering with the horticultural and agricultural programs at the college. This dish can be based around any sort of root vegetable that you have available in the fall: carrots, beets, turnips, parsnips, potatoes, and even sweet potatoes. Just going to be a very simple dish of a roasted vegetable with a brown butter vinaigrette. Brown butter is a nice flavor that pairs a lot with fall ingredients. It brings a little bit of toasted nuttiness to the dish. And then we're going to brighten it with the bright, crunchy, and also kind of nutty flavor of the sunflower sprouts themselves, and round it out with a little bit of acidity from lemon and freshness from parsley. So as a root vegetable, just like carrots and beets, they have a ton of natural sugars in them, and a great way and a simple way to draw all that out is to roast them very simply in the oven. These were just dressed with a little bit of olive oil and salt, and then I threw some herbs in there like thyme, sage, and some bay leaves, and a little bit of olive oil just to kind of lubricate everything. To help just kind of with the caramelization process. You can see that it's just very lightly caramelized, but they're totally cooked through, but yet maintaining their shape. We're just going to let those kind of cool down to room temperature a little bit while we prepare a very simple brown butter sauce. This is a very classic go-to in French cuisine, and it's made with usually one or two simple ingredients. First of which obviously being butter. So we're going to add a little bit of butter to the pan. So we're just going to warm that up to the point where it actually heats and separates into milk solids, butter fat, and the water. The water is going to cook out, and the milk solids are going to heat up to the point where they actually start to caramelize and brown themselves. And there'll be little brown sort of particulates in the brown butter. It's also known as beurre noisette, and you'll see like a good hazelnut color is kind of what you're looking for, and it should also smell kind of like toasted hazelnuts, a nice nutty aroma to it. And that can go pretty quick. It'll look like nothing is happening, and then all of a sudden your butter is browning. So you definitely want to, this is a quick process, you want to have everything ready to go. Now, classic brown butter sauce is usually finished with some sort of acidic element that does two things. The liquid of it actually stops the browning process, so you can stop it at the level of caramelization that you want, and also adds a bit of acidity to balance it out. But you want to cook it a little bit also just to kind of tame that acidity. So our butter is beginning to foam right now. Now this is a great natural pairing for winter vegetables, mushrooms, but it also goes, it's classic with fish in French cuisine, but pretty much any protein could benefit from a dose of brown butter. And they use it a lot in pastry applications as well. So you'll notice when you're close, when the noise of the butter starts to slow down a little bit, that means the water has been cooked out of it. And it's going to start to brown around the edges. At that point, you just want to kind of swirl it, just to make sure that the solids are not sticking to the bottom. And there's varying degrees on how dark you can go, but you have to realize that it is going to continue to cook. So we want to stop that cooking by adding a little bit of lemon juice to it. So that's going to stop the caramelization process, but also give you a chance to cook out some of the acidity, so it'll have a nice balanced flavor to the dish. There you go. So you can see just a little bit of butter solids have been caramelized around the bottom, and that is all permeating through that butter fat, so it's going to be a nice, rich kind of flavor to it. And then to round out that kind of acidity, we use lemon. So I like to add a little bit of lemon zest. Off the heat, you don't want to cook it very much, but just that residual heat in the pan is going to help kind of bloom all those flavors and aroma. And we're going to add a little bit of parsley to that too. When you're cooking with fresh herbs, you always just want to add it right before you're about to finish the cooking process, because you just want to just draw out those flavors, make them bloom nice, but not take them too far to the point where they start to diminish. That's a very simple brown butter sauce. And then to plate this, these sunflower sprouts are great on their own. Just nice, raw, crunchy texture to them. We're just going to kind of toss them in this brown butter vinaigrette, just like a salad almost. And just like that little bit of heat left in the pan, we'll kind of wilt them a little bit. Make the texture a little bit softer, but you do kind of want to retain that good, fresh flavor and crunchy texture. Okay, and then we're ready to plate. Now this is a great sort of warm salad for the fall, or a side dish to go along with a nice roasted chicken or fish or something like that. Very simple, but very fresh, lots of flavor. Just going to kind of scatter those around the plate. Make sure that you're leaving any herbs that you don't want to be eating, like thyme stems or something like that, or bay leaf. You can leave that behind in the pan. It's done its job. We got all the flavor that we wanted from it. Just gonna make sure to remove that one. Cool. Cool. And I'll just spoon some of these greens over the top. There's a classic kind of saying in seasonal cooking that things that grow together go together. That means that things that are in the season together go well together. But even things that are in the same kind of plant family, like these, we used something that was the root of something in the sunflower family paired with the actual sunflower sprout. So those flavors are going to pair very nicely together. There we go. Roasted sunchokes and sunflower sprouts from our greenhouse.
Wow, is anybody hungry now? I hope you all enjoyed that video. Be sure to head over to our silent auction and check out our culinary lesson and garden consultation times. The auction will be closing shortly.
A lot of work went into making that video, and it wouldn't have been possible to create if we hadn't collaborated with Professor Collins, Chef Kester, and Tim O'Connor, our videographer. Our faculty and staff are the backbone of this college, And that's why the third area of focus is the development of faculty and staff. Through your continued support, SCCC will have the resources to recruit and retain passionate educators who understand their role in a community college environment. Now, let's take a look at what our student athletes are up to. Our athletic programs are an important way for us to boost enrollment, as well as a great way to engage our students. Despite the changes to the fall season, the Skylanders are still managing to have fun and work together as a team. Enjoy the video.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Koff, and I'm from Hardyston, and I'm an exercise science major. I'm on the women's soccer team, and I'm a scholarship recipient. I hope you enjoy this video that the Scholar Athletes put together.
We will be closing our silent auction shortly, so make sure you check your bids one last time. Make sure you stick around to the end of the program because we have some great Sussex County Community College gear to raffle off. Before we do, let's hear from two more students, Jack and Elise, about what it meant to them to receive a scholarship.
My name is Jack Sweat. I am from Hampton Township, and I received a foundation scholarship for the 2020 to 2021 school year. I am currently a business administration major at SCCC. I entered this field because I eventually want to own my own business. I feel as though studying business will be a valuable asset, as the tools I pick up from the classes will help me later on in life as I have a business of my own. I'm really open to having any type of business. 2020 has been quite the unusual year. It has been hard on all of us. School has been a challenge due to COVID-19, but my professors, my family, and my friends are there for me every step of the way. I like and embrace challenges, so this has been a great growing experience for me. Everyone all around the world has been affected by this pandemic. We've all had to make changes in our life. At first, it was very tough. My hours got cut back at work. School got really hard. I wasn't used to having to manage my time like I had to. I had to stay on top of assignments, and I had a really difficult time with that, but I eventually pushed through, and so far I'm doing really well with school. We all have to embrace the challenges at hand. We're all in this together every step of the way. Receiving a scholarship helped me offset the current cost of my education. I also felt humbled by the fact that I was recognized and received this scholarship. After graduating SCCC, I plan on getting my bachelor's degree in business administration. Eventually, I would like to move out west and own my own business.
Hello, my name's Elise Ellis, and I am a nursing student at the Sussex County Community College. Before I go on, I just wanted to say thank you to all the generous donors that have contributed to funding the future in the past, and to all the potential donors here that are listening and thinking about doing so in the future. Your kindness and thoughtfulness is truly appreciated and benefits so many students each semester. Well, if you were to tell me 10 years ago that I would be living in New Jersey, married, with a toddler, and attending nursing school, I would have never believed you. See, at that time, I was leading a completely different life. I was living in Brooklyn, New York, working with celebrities and high-end advertising clients on their photo shoots. It was something that I truly loved. It lit up my spirit and brought great passion to my soul. But After working in that industry for a decade, I started to notice too many things that did not align with who I am. And as a business owner, I did not trust the industry in the direction it was going in. There was a constant battle within my psyche of what to do. Should I stay in this industry that I don't like, but I'll still be on set creating beautiful images that I love? I was at a loss. That was until I asked myself this question: do I still want to be doing this when I'm 40? That answer came loud and clear. Absolutely not. So, easier said than done, but I closed the chapter in my life and opened up a new one. And of course, I chose the best time to go back to school, 2.5 months after having my first child and walking away from an industry that I've worked in for many years. Money was tight. My daughter had to go to full-time daycare so I could study, and my husband was the only one bringing in the income. If it wasn't for my husband's emotional support, endless love, and hard work to keep our family afloat, I do not think I could have continued. Things were going great. I was excelling at school, and my husband was picking up new clients. That is until March 2020. My husband works in the film and photography industry, and when COVID hit, all of his jobs got canceled. This lasted for months. At no fault of his own, our income had flattened. Money became extremely tight, and even though I knew I wanted to go on to the next semester of nursing school, being able to pay for it seemed like a mountain of a task. Back in June, when the college announced to apply for scholarships, I realized that this was my chance to help out my family and give back to them. I am so grateful for the 2 scholarships that I received. And when I say thank you, I truly mean it. So thank you. Your kindness and generosity means so much to not only me, but my whole family. Well, being locked away in my house during those early COVID months and watching everything unfold through the news, what can I say? It was scary. Over and over again, you heard that nurses were at the front line of fighting this infection. Their bravery and stamina was something to look up to. For some, this pandemic might deter them in their path to becoming a nurse. But the opposite is true for me. I admire the hard work and emotional support that nurses have to provide day in and day out. Nurses change people's lives and facilitate them on the way to achieving and maintaining optimal health. This is a field of expertise that is something I want to work within. Nursing is a career of endless options in so many places across this country. I know that I'm a lifelong learner and I'm an extremely hard worker. I don't like to give up, and I know I always try my best. I look forward to the years ahead of me and the quality of life that I will be able to help provide for my family. I will never forget the joy and excitement of receiving my first scholarships. This program has helped fuel my inspiration and desire to try my hardest in schooling. And I have my donors to thank for that. Thank you.
And now, it is my great honor to introduce the Chairman of the Board of Trustees of Sussex County Community College, Bill Curcio, with a special announcement.
Good evening. I'm William Curcio, Chair of the Sussex County Community College Board of Trustees. Over the years, the college has had many people who have contributed to the success of our college. This evening, we are establishing an award, the Sussex County Community College Enduring Service Award, to honor those people who have contributed to our success. This evening, we are awarding this award to a wonderful woman. She has spent 22 years in the employ of the community college, another 16 years on the foundation board. She was one of the first employees of the college when it was established in 1982. She has worked with most of the presidents of the college. She was involved with the first switch from a commission to a community college. She was a person who was instrumental in assisting all the presidents and administration and the Board of Trustees during the construction of most of the buildings on campus today. This wonderful woman also has contributed greatly to our scholarships fund. She's one of the most consistent annual contributors to the college and has been a very strong asset for the foundation board. She has worked countless hours with the trustees and the foundation board over hours to make sure that we continue our success. This evening, we would like to present the first Sussex County Community College Enduring Service Award to Judy Tatica for her service and dedication to Sussex County Community College. And it can be best said about Judy by the words of past President Bill Connor. She lived and she died for the college. Congratulations, Judy. We appreciate everything you have done for the Sussex County Community College and our college community. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. We're all looking forward to when we could get together in person and recognize Judy for all that she's done for our students and for Sussex County Community College. Congratulations, Judy. Next, Aaron Morell, one of our music students, will be playing an original composition on the stage of our Performing Arts Center.
That was beautiful. We would like to thank our silent auction sponsors, Arthur J. Gallagher and Company, and Distinctive Voice and Data. The silent auction is officially closed. Please check your final bids to see if you are a winner. The foundation office will be reaching out to all winners to arrange delivery of items. Now, who's ready for some prizes? We have 5. All right. And first off, we are going to raffle a nice journal. Let's see here. Joel, yay. And now we are going to raffle this nice blanket. And the winner is, that journal almost went to Corey Homer. Sorry, Corey. Oh, Roger Thomas. Nice blanket. And now, my favorite, a nice SCCC sweatshirt, hoodie, and the winner Wendy Fuller. Congratulations, Wendy. And a nice umbrella. Could use this today because it's been raining, or yesterday. So let's see who the lucky winner is. Corey Homer. Congratulations, Corey. And last but not least, ladies, look at this beautiful tote. If any of you boys win it, give it to a lady. This is really pretty. Now let's see who the winner is. Oh boy, James Christie, congratulations.
Congratulations to all of our door prize winners and for our silent auction winners. The last area of focus that we want to mention tonight is our Innovation Fund. In recent years, the community college has developed partnerships which allow us to deliver some of our most important programs to even more students. We've worked with local businesses such as Thor Labs to develop our optics technology program, and McGuire Chevrolet Cadillac to enhance our automotive programs through the opening of the McGuire Technical Education Center. Through your support towards the Innovation Fund, we can ensure that the community college has the resources to continue innovating and sustain future projects for years to come. As the needs of our community change, we must be ready to adapt our plans to support these needs. Reaching our full potential as the foundation connects with alumni, community stakeholders, and business leaders to strengthen our relationships. I strongly believe that through relationship building and communication, we can together find the needs of the college that bring out the passions of our community. We thank you for your support for Sussex County Community College to provide crucial funding for student success, faculty and staff support, academic support, and innovation. You could support us by visiting our website to give online or by contacting the foundation office. It's only by coming together that the community college could play an essential role in helping the people and the communities of Sussex County to flourish now and for decades to come. Before we close, I'd like to once again thank our student co-host, Ileana Woodhull, as well as all of the students who participated in our program tonight. And I would be remiss if I did not thank and recognize our development assistant at the foundation, Christine Trucio. She took your calls, she took your emails, she answered all of your questions, and she made tonight all come together. She's the glue to the foundation office, and I'm honored to have her as a colleague. Thanks to our Sussex County Community College staff and all of our sponsors who made tonight possible. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope that you enjoyed the evening. Good night.